Everyone, welcome back to my final demo for Sandwich and Hors d'oeuvre week. I know I didn't spend as much time on sandwiches, only because I know a lot of you already made sandwiches, but you know, there's some great recipes in the book, some new ones to try, and don't be afraid to try some sandwiches from other cultures as well, and they are in your On Cooking book. So for my final demo, I'm alone. Hope I can get it done without my assistant, Brooke. I'm going to make Spanikopita. And again, this is a hors d'oeuvre that is a little bit different, Middle Eastern, and it is also working with phyllo dough, which is something that a lot of people don't work with normally. Puff pastry and phyllo are both found in your grocery, believe it or not, in the frozen section in the dessert area. So when you are looking for this, that's where you want to go and find it. It does come frozen, so you're going to have to let it defrost for a couple of hours before you can work with it. And also, once you open it, it's very sensitive to drying out, so you probably want to rewrap it very tightly if you're going to try and use it again. And when it comes in rolls and it looks like this, very thin, as you can see, right? Very thin sheets. So what we're going to do is we're going to work quickly. We're going to stack 3 sheets on top of each other, okay? And that will give us the proper layering that we're looking for in this particular recipe. So these I'm going to get rid of. In my mixture that I'm going to use inside, I have some frozen chopped spinach that's been thawed, feta cheese, salt and pepper, an egg, and some onion. I used red onion this time, so we get a nice mixture. The egg is going to help it coagulate while it's inside. We're going to bake all this at 375. I'm not going to have you wait around while I finish baking it, but I'll show you how we prepare it. So I got a sheet of phyllo. I got some whole butter I just melted in the microwave, and you're going to brush every part, okay? Every part of this phyllo. This is our glue, so we really want to make sure we get it on the edges. And I'm using a cutting board because afterwards I am going to cut this into strips. And for those of you that have ever played that football game where you take paper and fold it up into a triangle, that's what we're going to do. Now, you can see this one's torn, right? So I'm not going to worry so much about that because I'm building it, I'm actually going to still use it. And all I do is take it and place it on top. Pat it down, take my brush and butter, and go ahead. We don't want to soak it now because that would make it soggy and make it hard to fold. We just want to give it a light coat of butter all around. We'll take one more piece of phyllo. We lay it on there. Once you lay it down, it's hard to move, so make sure that you get it in the right spot. And we're actually going to brush one more time. And that'll help everything stick together while we're doing this. Now you can use phyllo and fill it with something sweet as well. If you want to use Nutella or fruit, you can make your own dessert pastry. All right, now for our next thing, normally I would eye this, but I just want to show you again a little trick. So we have our ruler, and we're looking at it about 9 inches. So if I cut this every 3 inches, we'll get 3 strips out of here, which are hors d'oeuvre size. I could actually make this whole thing into one big Spanikopita, and you could actually have it for dinner, but we're not going to do that. So we're going to take it, and we're going to cut about every 3 inches or so, right? And we just go make a nice even cut. And then we would do the same over here. We would cut that. But I just want to show you one, so we'll get this out of the way, okay? And of course, the cutting board allows me to cut all the way through without worrying about my countertop. So we're going to put this aside and we're going to work with that a little bit later. But right now I have my phyllo ready to go. And what I'm going to do is take about a tablespoon of my filling, and I'm just going to put it right here at the bottom. Now you can overfill, so you've got to be careful. This looks like just about enough. And then I'm going to fold like a triangle. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is take this and fold it back up this way. And then we're going to fold it over this way. And then back up again. Over one more time. Back up, and then close it up. And what I like to do is just brush some of the edges with a little butter. That helps seal our little packet. And there you have it. A Spanikopita. We are going to finish this off and make some more. We're going to bake them for about 15 minutes at 375. Enjoy, and I'll see you in class.